guys, it's market day. I'm working on setting up right now. My hair is a mess because I just threw it up in a ponytail to get stuff done. I still got my sunglasses on because it's blinding me. I'm sorry I'm talking quietly. I don't want to seem like the local nut job by talking to myself on a phone. Anyway, so I'm working on putting up my canopy. I will try to get a more in-depth version of how to put the canopy up by yourself. But for me, my step-by-step is bringing my canopy out. I grab one corner of it, and I tip my canopy onto one leg and I pull it as far as I can. And then I climb up underneath it and I stand up under the center support here and I just bounce it upwards until it's as far up as it will go. And then I'll go from corner to corner, and I'm going to turn you around to show you. In the corners here, like right here, it latches, and I will put my foot on this to hold it down and just push it up until it latches. And then I'll go around all four ways until I do that. Then my next step is I'll put up my canopy walls, because putting it up later on in the day is a pain in the ass. So mine Velcro on like this. I may regret that later, and then they Velcro down the legs. It's not up all the way, but I do this all while it's down. That way it's not an issue for me, because I'm only 5'2" and I'm not super strong. So I don't want to stand up on a ladder or stool all the time. But you'll see, like, I have some curtains in the corners. I just use bungee cords. So I string them through the curtain like a rod, and then I wrap them around in the corners. And it's just to make it look pretty. Once I have all four of my walls up, I do roll them and tuck 3 walls behind the frame. So that way if I don't need them, I don't need them, they're there. But if they are, or when I do need them, I can just roll them down and be ready to go. Then the corners do also zip together, so that it just keeps it extra secure. This is a Euramax canopy. I got it for, at the time it was like $270. It had all 4 walls, and I got it on Amazon, and it also came with handbags. So I do that. And also, this is where we are today. Like, I put my banner on first, and then I will have a curtain that I'll put along the back wall as well. But I'll check back in because there's a truck going by. Okay, so here's my back curtain. Also hung up like a curtain rod, and I try to hook it on these so that way it doesn't fall apart. I do try to bring it as close to together in the center as I can. My colors are pink and teal if you hadn't noticed. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this sucker up, and all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put my foot on the flat piece here, and I'm going to push up on this until it goes up one at a time, and I'm just one leg at a time until it's up. Okay, now that we have the canopy popped up, I can show you my weights and stuff. Sorry, sun is ridiculous. Oh, I can't see that way. Okay, so my weights are just attached by bungee cords. They are these very heavy steel billets that my husband welded. Look at his nice welding job. I have 4 of these, one for each corner. And then I have a smaller one for the catty corners. They hang on the hooks on the outside. So I'll kind of step back a little bit, show you what I got going on so far. All right, so here you are, I'll pop back in. Of course, the sun is going to be directly in my eyes now. So this is before setting up the grids. These are just not connected right at the moment. So you can kind of see I will be using bungee cords to string them up and over the frame, and I'll show you after. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have my back to the sun because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna turn you around and show you what I did. So these are my grid walls. You can see how I kind of have them strung up. They don't go anywhere. If I had them in matching colors for my stuff, I would totally do that, but I don't, so. They are 2x6. I have 4 panels here. 4 panels here. My seat will go there. I have 1 or 2 panels back here where I'm going to put my my banner. But otherwise, for right now, I don't need these right now. So they're just there to hold the banner. But alright, I'll check back in. Another update. I got my table with my stretchy tablecloth put up. I got my banner put up. I just use these things through the grommets. So it's on there. You know, let's be social, if that wasn't apparent. Alright, starting to put up the backbones. These little shelves, they're completely collapsible. Like, okay, that one's not a good example, but they just come right out, the whole thing. These bend, they lay flat. So they're in a million pieces that you gotta put together every time, but they're really nice. I took one of my walls down over here because it was feeling really cramped. But we're starting to come alive here in the park. More people are starting to show up, like vendor wise. All right, I got all my stuff in. I'm gonna push that tote way back, but got some stuff up. Got more stuff up on the wall. Gonna put some crates up. And I think the next picture should be everything set up. Hi guys. All right, this should be the last one for a while. I just finished setting up. So we have the music going, which means we should be starting pretty soon, but I'm gonna turn you around and show you what I got. We have some cows and some bucket hats, some turtles. You can guess what those are. Some cows, a strawberry, a chili pepper, a pumpkin, hi! A whole bunch of pocket frogs of different sizes. Poppet mushrooms, flippable dino, axolotl and pickles, a birthday cake, keychains, and a stress boob. My sign. A couple bandanas. I really need to dish some of those out. This is Alted the bear, a dino, more big dinos, some Martha chickens, and some giant leggy froggies. Here's my main table when you look in. So we have a pink panther and a pig, Gina the giraffe, Oscar the bear, a bunny, no-so hippos and a crocodile, jellyfish, squid, and octos, bees, a bunch of mini chickens, some medium chickens, leggy froggies, mini mushy boys, the Club Crochet dino, some Tank the turtles, some jelly bean bunnies. These are my ice cream cone pattern. A whole basket of kitties. These are the mini loaf cats. Then we have some bloomlings. These are plants. This is the Friendly Red Fox baby doll that she recently put out. The giant dragon. She's my showstopper. And then we come over here and we have my crop tops. So I do need to find a better spot for this purse, but it is lined. It's a granny square bag. There's one cardigan that I brought with me. But the rest are crop tops. I have a few of this size and color. a couple of this style in different sizes. Same color though. And then that's the size 2X cup size. A 12-month baby sweater. I'll show you what we look like coming out here. Well, it looks like we're next to some machinery. I don't know if we're looking at woodworking or what. Kind of hope they're not the chainsaws. Honestly, I'm not ready for that headache. But this is my booth from the front. So my mannequin, yeah, she's a showstopper. Doesn't she have great taste? Look at that bucket hat and that crop top and that mesh sweater. She's gorgeous. But listen, does anybody know how to fix eyelashes? Because my girl is struggling here and I am not the one who wears those. Cute sweater that I made. It's a size large. And then once you kind of pop in, this is what we look like. So, alright, I will try to check in later. This is a 2-day event. I will be here today from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. And then tomorrow I'll be here 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Then we can tear down and go home and I'll go over the numbers. But I'm really, really hoping for a good weekend. So, fingers crossed. Bye! Hi guys, I'm popping on because it's about noon-ish. I've made 4 sales in 3 hours, which is not great, but it's lunchtime, so I wanted to show you what I'm eating. These are supposed to be loaded fries, which they are loaded, but it's supposed to be loaded with pulled pork. And that's not pulled pork, that's burger. But I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat it anyways. I guess know not to eat from this booth again because you apparently don't get the right things. But check in later. Neat. Hi! It's finally warmed up that I can take off my sweater, so that's at least nice. But I wanted to pop on because I'm really excited. I sold my rainbow sweater that I had at the front for $100, and they gave me a $20 tip. That's exciting. But also, this happened right after somebody came up and bought a dinosaur, like a little mini triceratops, and one of my mini loaf cats. And I mistakenly only charged them for the triceratops and forgot to push my loaf cat button. So instead of $25, they paid me $10. And I was not the person, I'm not the person that's gonna chase them down and go after it. So I'm hoping, because I've seen them multiple times at events before, that at some point they'll make it right. But I'm glad, you know, karma was with me today and brought me this cool sale of this sweater. Like, I'm very happy about that. But there's also tons of dogs and I love it, and there are women like directly in front of me who are spinning yarn as I'm speaking, and it's awesome. So I'll check back in later. Hello! Gosh, I'm a hot mess. I'll fix this later, whatever. Anyways, I'm done for day 1. I know that I made over $300, but I don't know exact numbers. Did really well because last year I made basically that all over 3 days. So I'm happy with today. It's been a great crowd. I love the environment. It's nice. Now, vendors can be done at 6 today. That's what time it is. But you can stay longer if you want because the rest is going until 8. So, but I don't want to. My body hurts. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what I have left. So I did not sell any crop tops today, but I did sell my rainbow sweater. I sold some cats. I sold some dinos and a couple leggy froggies. Lots of chickens. I think I sold a bee. Not much of this stuff. I did sell a Martha chicken, one of my patterns. I sold a couple pocket frogs, sold a poppet mushy, and I sold one of my turtles here, and I sold a chunky peen. So, show you again what's going on. They're in a woodworking. This is what's going on. We've had lots of dogs. I did make a purchase today of some of the like 3D printed toys, and yeah, so we'll come back tomorrow. Bye guys. Hello. So I left my hair down today because it's damp and rainy and there was just no sense. But it's being curly and frizzy. We are on day 2. It is already almost 3 o'clock. I know that I haven't updated you guys until now today, but I was not in the mood this morning. I was behind the slowest driver in the world on the way here. Then I had to stop at Dollar General and the cashier had to talk her whole life story to the person who was in front of me. I was running late. Then I get here and there's the parking was a whole thing. I parked in a church parking lot, and of course it's Sunday, so had to move. But thankfully my vendor neighbors are really nice and they moved their cars up so that I could park behind them. But getting back to the crochet, I've done pretty well today. I think I've already done half as good as yesterday, which is my threshold for a good day on a Sunday. So I'm really excited. I can say that I've sold a lot of chickens today, a lot of small things, but I did also sell a crop top. It did happen to be my whole rainbow Fringeworthy Festival top, which I made for my Pride Market in 2 weeks, but I'll make another one. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But I'm going to turn you around and show you what I got. I'm going to show you what I'm eating, and I'm just excited. So yeah. Sorry. Okay. I got a brisket quesadilla. I've already eaten a section out of it. That's what I have for lunch today. Yesterday I had like loaded fries with pulled pork, but it was missing the pulled pork. This is what I've got going on. What's left? All of my dark kitties are gone. This is what I have left. Lots of holes. Hi. And I made a bandana today. I moved some things around. And this is what I've got. These are my crop tops that are left. Of course I'm crocheting. And I got poor man's mocha apparently. So Swiss chocolate, Swiss hot chocolate. I did also get Swiss hot chocolate with coffee and added caramel with it. So they called it the poor man's mocha, and that's what I'm drinking. But, alright, I'll check with you when we're done. Hi guys, I'm back. Again, we're all done. So we're starting to pack up. I can tell you that today was a really good day. Maybe just as good as yesterday, despite the rain. At least close, I would say. I did make some new vendor friends, so that's nice. And I'm going to turn you around and show you where I'm at. I did start to pack things away, but I did things different this time. So clearly you see my shelves and stuff are off. So what I've done is I bought these bags because I keep seeing everybody putting their stuffies and stuff in bags because it collapses better. So this is what I'm going to try. These all break down into individual pieces like this. And they will all go in this tote, but I'm not putting them in this tote until I grab all of these little hooks and put it in there too. So taking my stuffies out of the crates has collapsed my crates down. So instead of having them 6 crates stacked on top of each other, now I only have 4 because one of the crates is hidden in between 2 of them. So it'll take up less space in my van. That'll be really nice. And then this stuff is collapsing down really nice into this crate too. And you know, I have a lot of work to do. So everybody's basically packed up. I'm gonna dip you real quick because there's somebody coming my way. And everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving. So, gosh, that double chin was great. Sorry. I will give you an update and a rundown on my breakdown for the market, and I'll let you know what's coming next. Otherwise, See you later. And I'm back. Alright, so you can see everyone is gone, just about. I'm gonna flip you around and show you the back of my van because it does look a little bit different. This is where we're at. I do have a lot more room over here with my bags. These totes I wanted to bring closer to the entrance of the van because my sidewalls are in the blue one, and then like my tablecloth and stuff is in the pink one. So sorry. So this way I can access it when I need to without having to unload the entire freaking thing. So otherwise, like, it all fits. It's all in there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's okay. I need to find another sweater or something to put on my hanging mannequin there because she is a little nude. But otherwise, we're all in. And I will see you with the market breakdown. Bye. Hi guys, it's me again. I am coming on because we're here to talk about June's Market Day videos. So we had Duran Down Home Days the first weekend in June. We have the Ashtabula, Ohio Pride Festival in the middle of June. And then we will have the Meadville Railroad Depot show towards the end of June. So keep with me. Let's get into our first market, which is Duran Down Home Days. It was June 1st and 2nd. It was from 9 until 6 on Saturday and then 9 until 5 on Sunday. I only had to pay $45 for this event, which is nice. And I spent a total of $64 in food across those 2 days. So let's go ahead and get into it. I did sell a bucket hat for $25, a chunky peen for $15, 9 tiny chickens for $10 a piece, 3 mini mushy boys for $13, 1 Martha chicken for $18, which is my own pattern on Instagram. It's for free. You should check it out. Also, one of my vendor friends, she just sold 19 Martha chickens at her Pride event this weekend in one show. A one-day show, she sold 19 of my pattern at a market. So I highly recommend making it for markets. Back to it. We sold 1 mini loaf cat, but also had 1 technically stolen. So that's not cool. I sold 5 tiny dinos for $10 a piece. I sold a sweater in a size large for $100, and she tipped me. I sold 2 poppet mushrooms for $18. I sold a rainbow peen for $15. I sold 1 octo for $15. I sold a bunny, a no-sew bunny, for $25. I sold 1 pocket frog for $8. 2 mini bees for $10. 1 Tice the Turtle pattern for $25. Now, Tice the Turtle is a new pattern release by Old Soul Factory. She's here on YouTube as well. The pattern just launched very recently. To me, it's June 16th, so her pattern just launched, like this last weekend. I tested the pattern for her before it went to actual testers. I'm in her Patreon, I'm in her YouTube membership. Highly recommend. It's a very easy, very straightforward, very market prep friendly pattern, so I highly recommend it. I did also sell 1 crop top for $40, 1 leggy froggy for $15, a cow for $45, and 2 furry pom-pom keychains for $2, or for $2 a piece, yeah. So in total, I sold 36 items for a total of $610. Then if you break that up, there were $309 in cash sales and $325.50 in Square sales. If you add up all of my fees, it was $15.49. Of course, plus my vendor fee of $45, plus my food fee of $64. So we're looking at $125 in expenses. Then I also got $24.50 in tips across the 2 days. So that's amazing. All of the fees and the tips brought my total to $510 in profit. That's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. So my average sale was about $16.94. And if you break it down, it was about $22 an hour to work it. So not amazing. You know, for a 2-day show, I would love to get a little bit more. This event, it was also in the same place as my Eclipse market I talked about in the last video. It did, I did have to spend about $20 in gas both each day. So that's another expense that I didn't really count in. But on all accounts, it was a good market. I would do it again. Last year I did this market. It was in a different location. It was 3 days, and I only made a little over $300 across those 3 days. Coincidentally, that market, I sold a sweater worth over $100, and then at this market a year later, another sweater of $100. So just super cool. Good crowd. I do have some in-laws family that lives up here, or up there, I guess. So I would do this again. They improved significantly. By dropping it from 3 days to 2 made it so much more worth it, even though it was a little bit higher in vendor fee, and it doubled my sales. So thumbs up. Good market for sure. Would definitely do this one again. So that being said, I'm gonna sign off for the moment, and I'm gonna get you the numbers for our second market of June. Bye.
Yeah, where are you? Oh, here, in the oak tree. Jeez, Mike, what are you doing up there? Firing up the chainsaw. This tree needs to come down. Mike, that chainsaw's older than you are. It'll be fine. Your ladder looks pretty wobbly. Yeah, it'll be fine. Your truck is parked under that big load. It'll be fine. That tree hits the power lines. You'll be fine. You'll be toast. Hold that ladder for me, buddy. I'm coming down.
When it comes to tree trimming and removal, leave the job and the risks to the professionals in the trees. Woodland Tree Service, family owned and fully insured. Woodland Tree Service has the skill, the experience, and the equipment to tackle the toughest jobs. Estimates are free, so call Woodland Tree Service at 814-439-2538 or find them on Facebook. It'll be fine with Woodland Tree Service, the professionals in the trees.
If you need colorectal screening, surgery, or an appendix, here's some information you need. The healthcare landscape has changed. Insurance companies have shifted the cost of treatment to patients who pay that cost through high deductibles. Presque-Isle Colon and Rectal Surgery is committed to help by walking you through those changes. As patients, we will all be paying substantially more out of pocket. Your choice of doctors can make a difference. Complications could mean more expense to you. Dr. Brian Bansidar's patient outcomes at Presque-Isle Colon and Rectal Surgery are among the best in the region. Dr. Bansidar is the region's only independent colon and rectal surgeon, so he may not be offered as a choice when you're presented with colon and rectal specialist options. Dr. Bansidar is one of your choices, so ask for that option. Your choice is important. Pick the right one and get the individualized care that you deserve. Call Presque-Isle Colon and Rectal Surgery, 814-833-1119.
Who's talking?
Looking but you never find. Waking up from another night gone. Always looking but you never find. Going downtown, you know where you're going. I said who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Tell me the truth now. I'm gonna
Back again. Hello. So we're back. Oh, big stretch. I have to say that for this market, it's the Ashtabula Pride Market of 2024. For whatever reason, I am exhausted the day after this market. My body hurts. I am sore everywhere. I feel like I used muscles that I haven't used in forever. And I don't understand why, because this market was no different than any other one. I was able to unload right in front of my spot. It wasn't overly hot. I was very tired. I got 1 hour of sleep before this market because I stayed up all night making tiny turtles. Was it my best choice? No. But a coffee and 2 Red Bull later, I was fine. I was very ready for bed when I got home, but I was fine. This was a market that I had to drive an hour and a half to get there and home. It was on June 15th. Today is the 16th. The market was from noon until 8. Now at 5 o'clock is when the family friendly aspect ended and it might get a little more racy. And all that happened that was a little more racy was there was a drag show on stage. Which it wasn't anything bad. realistically, it's no different than Toddler and Tiaras or Dance Moms or whatever with those little girls dancing up on stage. I think they were dancing a bit more racy than the queens were yesterday. So I don't know where the like adult content or not PG aspect really came into play. But at 5 o'clock, because that was on the agenda, they allowed vendors to pack up and go home if they wanted to. Now, my mom and I chose to stay because my mom and I did this market together. She has Cruella Designs. It's a sublimation company, essentially, that she makes bags, she makes tumblers, she makes pens. It's sublimation and epoxy. Just all kinds of things. And she really enjoys it. So she was set up there with Cruella Designs while I was set up there with Kat's Crafty Crochet Corner. And we had a really, really good day. Even though we were one of the only vendors left in our area after 5 o'clock, we ultimately stayed an hour past the event ending because I was still consistently getting sales every like 15 minutes until 9 o'clock. So those other vendors messed up. And that being said, I mean, if you don't know what kind of sales you're going to get if you leave, you guarantee that you get no sales after the time that you left. But if you stick it out and stay, chances are you'll still continue to get sales. And it might make your day that was a lot better. Some of my best sales of the entire day are when I'm packing up at the very end of it. So I recommend sticking it out as a vendor organizer or as an event organizer for craft shows. I do them about twice a year. I know that I also have it in my contracts, mirrored off of many other events that I've participated in locally, that if you tear down early for any reason other than an emergency, you will not be invited back to future shows. And that's very standard in my area, because when you pack up and leave, now you've started the domino effect. You pack up and leave, and then someone beside you, and then somebody else, because they think, well, if they did it, so can I. But then what happens is half the room is empty for the last half of the event, or the last hour, or last 3 hours, or whatever it may be. And people walk into the event, and they say, there's not much going on, or there's not much left, they must be packing down and leaving. And they turn around and walk away before ever giving you the chance. So there's a lot less attendance after people start packing up, and that's just not fair to your fellow vendor community. Fellow vendor community. Like, you have to think, I understand we have to think about ourselves as a business, and, you know, what our time is worth, and does it make sense to stay? And if you're packing up early and leaving anyways, you're probably not intending on doing any further shows with them in the future. But it's based off of an unfair judgment, because you don't know what would have happened if you had stayed. And it hurts the vendors around you. I mean, most of us become friends with the other vendors that we regularly see. And do you want to hurt your friends? I guess that's my way of thinking it. My way of seeing it is I would not, because who knows how negatively that could affect my sales. It also makes my business appear unprofessional to work with. So I would not want that for somebody else. But I also don't want to hurt my friends by packing up and leaving. Because if I leave, somebody else is going to leave, and it's going to affect their sales. So, I don't know. Food for thought. Something to think about. I mean, you do what you're going to do. I'm not judging you. I don't want it to seem that way. But I would encourage you to really think about how what you're doing is affecting other people if you haven't before. And if you have and you just have made your choices anyways, okay. keep doing what you're doing. It's your life, it's your business, do it. That being said, let's get into the breakdown of this event. So, for Ashtabula Pride, it was, like I said, noon to 8. Now, this event, it was $25 vendor fee plus a $25 donated item for a basket raffle. There were different vendor sections, so you could pay to be in a VIP spot up by the stage, or you could pay a cheaper price to be in the parking lot away from the stage. Apparently, somebody had backed out and they were going to put me in one of the VIP spots, but then I realized that I was not placed next to my mom, so I needed to be moved back out to the parking lot with her, which is fine because when I realized that, I would have had the worst migraine in the world. So bad to be that close to the speakers all day. So I'm really glad that that did not happen. I would have asked to move absolutely before setting up. So in the parking lot, it was a great spot for us. It was a beautiful day, blue skies. I mean, it was a great crowd. Everybody was in a fantastic mood. It was amazing. So my, let's see. My total fees between oh, okay. My total fees for the day came out to $94. Except that does not account for my $25 vendor fee. So $120. I think. Yes. Okay. So let's get into it. I sold one furry pom-pom keychain for $2. I sold 5 out of 7 mini bees for $10. I sold 2 out of 2 mushy poppets, like the poppet mushrooms, for $18. I sold 5 out of 15 tiny turtles for $10. I sold 4 out of 6 tiny chickens for $10. I sold 4 out of 6. No, I sold 4. Oh my gosh. Blech. I sold 6 out of 8 tiny dinos for $10. I sold 4 out of 12 mini mushy boys for $13. I sold 3 out of 9 bandanas, and this is just a granny triangle bandana with a picot edge for $15 each. I sold 3 out of 10 leggy froggies. I sold 1 squid for $25. I sold 2 plants. One was $20, one was $25. I sold 2 out of 6 octopus for $15. I sold, I sold 1 mini loaf cat for $15, but I can't read what I wrote for how many I had. I sold 2 out of 3 axolotls for $20. I sold 1 chunky peen for $15. I sold 1 jellyfish for $20, 1 rainbow cow for $25, 1 sunflower turtle for $30, 1 Tice turtle for $25, 1 extra large or XL triceratops for $25. I sold Gina the giraffe for $55. Now this is a pattern test I did recently as well. I will give you more details on that at a later date. I sold both of my snakes for $30 each. I sold 1 medium-sized turtle for $15. I sold 1 Martha chicken for $18, and I sold 1 crop top for $40. So in total for that one day, I sold 52 items, which is a lot. I made a total of $863 in sales, which is a lot. If you break it down, there were $549 in cash sales and $314 in card sales. And if you take out my fees and my vendor fee, but add in $14.30 in tips, then my total profit is $808, which is freaking amazing. Like, my average sale was about $16.60, and if you break it down, I ended up making about $67 an hour for this event. So I am thrilled. I am so thrilled. I'm so excited. It was an amazing day. I will absolutely do it again next year. Absolutely. If I had one thing to complain about, it would be the fact that there was no cell service for Verizon customers, at least in this area. You drove through the whole city and it's flat, and then you go down into this area and it dips down to the lake. And my mom had signal with her Cricket service, but I had Verizon service, and I couldn't even get Square to open to offer me online pay. It would not even allow me to do that. So, yeah. They're going to work on for next year. They're going to try to figure out if they can find some Wi-Fi boosters to run. And they had intentions of having ATMs delivered on site, but the vendor never showed up with them. So that would have at least fixed that problem, but that was on the vendor, not them. And they're going to work on the Wi-Fi so that way it helps the vendors around them. So at least they have a plan for that. And they were asking, there had to have been 4 or 5 different people asking how they could improve, what they could do different. You know, how was our experience? Will we do it again? And I love the attentiveness of that. Then, because we were also the last 2 vendors in the parking lot, they gave us free t-shirts, my mom and I. So that was exciting too. That being said, that is the end of this breakdown. So next time you will see me in a different shirt, because I have not had my 3rd market in June yet. But I will give you the breakdown of that one when I get there. Bye! Hey guys. My hair is kind of looking rough at the moment, but you may see I got a haircut. It's nice and short. I have a market tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 22nd, and it's from 10 until 4, but it's going to be like 90 degrees, which I know, in some places it's not that bad, but it's bad for us. I live in Pennsylvania. 90 is really hot, and it's stupid humid. So it is about 10:30 the night before. I just have had a very overwhelming day. I am a mom of 2 kids, and I'm just overstimulated today. It's been a whole thing. I feel crazy. So I'm finally at a point where my oldest just went to bed, and I am settling down with a ghost show on YouTube from Project Fear. They come out with a surprise episode. And I'm going to finish up some of these last minute market makes. I've been prepping a bunch of tiny dinos. So I've been doing them 2 per color. And I have this teal, dark purple, light purple. I am finishing up a second light purple now. Light blue. And dark pink. So when I finish with the other light purple one, I'm going to go ahead and move on to adding the Triceratops horns and sewing them closed and whatnot, just finishing them off. So that way I will have them done for tomorrow. Realistically, I'm trying to restock at a local store that I'm in. It's called Christmas Little Britches. It's like a kids resale shop, little boutique. It's cute. But I put little $10 toys in there and they sell pretty easy. But once I finish the Triceratops, I also have tiny love cats made with velvet yarn. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to sew it closed, add a butthole, add a nose and mouth, and we'll call that a day. I have these in four per color. So I have teal, I have pink. Sorry, my handheld quality is not great. I have brown, variegated. I have, oh, here's one that's done. White, variegated. And it also has a little butthole. And black. So we'll get those finished. And then I should be good for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to try to do anything else. I want to do up a bigger axolotl, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows if I'll sleep tonight. My alarm goes off at 5 in the morning, and I will probably snooze for an hour. And I've got to pack both of my kids up and take them to my mom's before going to this market. And I have to be at the market by 8 a.m. to start setting up. So, wish me luck, guys, please. It's going to be a whole thing. And then when this market is over, this will be the last market in June. So it will conclude this video. And then we move on to July. And July is a very busy month for me and my family. You know, of course, we celebrate 4th of July, but we don't do a party on July 4th. We do a party on the Saturday, so on the 6th. So I'm considering doing a pop-up at a flea market on July 4th, which I'm told can be really great, better than the regular days on the weekends. And, sorry. So then on the 7th, we have our family reunion. The 13th, we're setting up at a local pride market. Then on the 14th, we're going to set up at the flea market again, my mom and I together. Then on the 20th is my birthday. On the 25th is my husband's birthday. And on the 27th is my largest one-day market of the entire year. So it's gonna be busy, super busy. And then I think I have one more market at the end. I think I have something else. Well, no, the 27th would be the last Saturday. So I think that would be the end. Hi, that's my cat, Simba. That would be the end of our July. So just bear with me. I'm trying to find all the energy, guys. I know I'm not like bubbly and preppy and happy-go-lucky as some, but I hope if nothing else, that I keep you entertained. I'll check in later. Hi guys, I just wanted to pop on because it's the night before the market and I'm finally going to bed at like 3 in the morning. I'm all packed up and ready to go. This is my crochet corner. Bear with me. This bag here has got my finished projects in it, to restock, a basket of things to finish tomorrow, my safety eyes, my crochet bag, all that. This little basket of furry pom-poms. I put a beaded key ring or keychain on them and turned them into keychains, and I sold them for $2. This comforter bag is what I carry my travel polyfill in. And then this is my crochet bag, totally stocked to the brim, because if by chance I finish my little basket of whips in there, then I can start restocking tiny chickens. So that being said, these totes, these 31 deluxe bags, are what I keep my Sweet Snuggles light in. This is what a 20-pound box of polyfill looks like. Show you the floor. This bag is totally full of all my stripey yarn because I'm in crop top mode. And that was a view. Otherwise, that's about it. I'm going to charge my iPad for a little bit and I'll catch you in the morning. Bye. Hello. It is about 8:30 in the morning. Saturday, June 22nd, and it's market day. So let's get setting up. Hi guys. Oh boy. Let's see. Nope. Didn't fix it. Forgive this, I'm sorry. So, everybody's left. It's basically just me. But let me turn you around, show you what my booth looks like. Do you notice anything missing? If you haven't guessed, it is the giant purple dragon that I had right there. It literally just sold for $100 after everybody tore down and left because I'm really slow at tearing down. And they also bought 2 tiny turtles for $20. So that was 3 items for $120 that literally just saved the show for me. So this is the other wall. I actually did not sell a single thing on this wall today. And I broke my sign that was right there, which is sad. Then I have my bags and my crop tops over here and my bandanas. And same thing, I did not sell any of them today, but I do have a lead on a custom order. So I just wanted to pop in. I believe that I sold like 12 items roughly. I will do a double check on that and get back to you. But I did buy a couple things. So this bracelet was actually given to me by my vendor neighbor. These beads are made out of paper, which is super cool. I bought plants. Look at it, it's pink. And then my mother-in-law really liked this one. So that's where we're at for the day, and I will get you an update later. I'm popping back on because you guys just missed it. My brother is driving through town and he sees my booth and he's like, that's my sister's booth. So he decides to pull in even though I'm the only one still standing. And I just sold him a tiny froggy and a tiny turtle out of the trunk of my freaking van. It was so hot in there. So this really goes to show, I mean, it is my brother, so take it however you want, but you know, don't ever pack up early. Don't ever do it. You'll always get sales if you're still standing. Hi guys. I wanted to pop on because it is now August 8th. And I need to get some of these videos out to update you on my last June market, all of my July markets, and the first week of my August market. So this is just a catch-up clip right now. This clip will be in my June market month video and my July market month video. I might put it in August. I don't know. I don't think I'll really need to, but I'll put August clip in with the month of August, which I'll only have 2 events. So let's get into it. So at the end of June, we had, sorry, there's a gnat flying around. On June 22nd, we had the market at the railroad, the Meadville Railroad Depot in Meadville, Pennsylvania. It was $25 to set up. It was from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But it was a 90-degree day. It was miserably hot. I thought I was going to get sick. I was dripping sweat. It was disgusting. So bad. Then the town over started getting thunderstorms. So that was at about 2 o'clock. So they said we could pack up and leave by 3. Because it was a slow day anyways, we weren't really making a lot of money. But this market did turn out well for me, just for the fact that I got lucky, realistically. So we're going to get into it. To start off, I had tiny loaf cats. So I used the pocket kitten pattern, free on Instagram, and I use velvet yarn. It's Premier Retro Velvet, and it makes them like this big, and I sell them for $10 a piece. I sold 5 of them, And I do realize that I don't think that I'm going to put the Tiny Love Cats at my markets. I think I'm going to put them maybe in local stores, because what I find is that if I have a million options for these tiny things at markets, that's what people want to buy. But if I don't have as many tiny things, then people are more likely to buy the $15 things. So it's more of a marketing strategy that I'm going to try out for a while, and we'll put the tiny cats like in stores or something, because I think that's cool. Or I'll put them on my, I have an Etsy shop. I need to put some on my Etsy shop. I really have to sit down and do all the weighing and stuff to add physical items to Etsy. And I'm working on a Squarespace site and TikTok shop. So I need to figure something out, because I just need to get it done. Anyways, so I also had some gummy bears left over. I double-stranded white Premier Parfait. This is the old Premier Parfait, not Parfait Chunky. I paired white with the newer rainbow Chanel, chenille, sorry, from Hobby Lobby. I forget what it's called though. And so it was like a light rainbow. I sold one of them for $10. Then I had one of, I call them medium chickens, because I made the Making Things Naughty chickens with burlap blanket yarn instead of Sweet Snuggles Light, and it made it a little bit bigger. I sold it for $15. I sold one tiny Triceratops, which is the Club Crochet pattern that I do modify. I had made Diddy Dex in velvet yarn as well, so he came out really small and cute. He was mostly white with blue accents. I sold it for $25. This pattern is a lot of sewing, but would be very easy to switch to low sew, if not no sew. At least if you're an experienced crocheter. And this pattern is also in UK terms, so that's something to keep in mind. There is the conversion chart at the end, but you need to keep that in your brain. I sold a bloomling, which are essentially little plant sprites. The one that I had, it kind of looked like Oddish because the colors that I chose, you know, Pokemon, and so it sold for that reason. I sold it for $20. Then my last few sales of the day, which were very exciting, was I sold my giant purple dragon. I was so excited. I sold it for $100. It was this couple who walked up on the event. They didn't even know it was happening. They just walked by and saw us. And his girlfriend or wife or significant other loved it. And he literally just pulled out the money and handed it to me. And then told her to pick out her favorite tiny turtle as well. So I sold the dragon for $100. I sold a tiny turtle for $10. And then as I was packing up, I had all of my plushies like in my car already in my van. And I'm in the van. And next thing you know, my brother pops up out of nowhere. And he's like, I was driving by and I saw your booth. I'm like, hey, that's my sister. Why's she in town? So he come over and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, sweating my ass off because this is gross. He's like, oh, well, I thought, you know, if your booth was here, I could buy a couple things for his girlfriend. I was like, well, it's not like I couldn't grab the bag right there from out of my car. And he says, sure, I'll purchase toys out of the back of your van. There's nothing sketchy about that. I'm like, now that you put it that way. He did end up buying a tiny chicken and a tiny rainbow frog. The tiny chicken is Making Things Naughty pattern. The frog was a weird rainbow yarn, like the same size as burlap velvet. And it's the long-legged froggy. It's free on Ravelry. I prefer that pattern myself. it works well for me. I do modify it a little bit so it's not quite as long. It's a little more stubby, and I make the legs longer. But I should also mention, because I was saying it, the tiny turtle pattern that I use is, I want to say Mel's Crocheted Creations. They're the same person who makes Tank the Turtle. And then the giant dragon pattern is Cat Lady Crafters. And I don't even remember who the Bloomling pattern is, but it'll be up on the screen at some point. So in total, I sold 14 items and I made $260. And $100 of that was literally one item. So that's why I got lucky. Now in my count, I did mess up a little bit because I forgot the tiny frog at the end. I just could not remember for the life of me what else I sold my brother. So $260 minus the $25 for the vendor fee is $245. There weren't any other expenses other than like gas, you know, and I didn't count it. I don't count it in this because that's something that I get back at tax time at the end of the year. Because I claim my mileage. And then I didn't eat at this event, which I should have because it was a really hot day. I didn't get drinks at this event, which I should have because it was a really hot day. It was really gross. Nobody used Square. And so no Square fees. And that's pretty much it. I don't calculate the material cost of every single item that I sell, so I don't count the material cost in my market breakdown. At some point I will do that, because I do keep track of the things. I have literally a list that goes for the entire year of the things that I sell and the numbers of each things, because I want to know for next year what sold the best. And if I'm going to market prep in the slow season, then I need to know the number that I have to strive for the following year. So it took about 9 hours for this event to set up, tear down. So it breaks down to around $25 an hour because my number's off by $10. And my average sale was around $19.23. Same thing. It's a little off because I was off by $10. So that is my total breakdown for the Railroad Depot in June. That will conclude my June markets. So let's see real quick, because I do also have a collective list. Okay, so for the month of June, my total market profits, this is after expenses are taken out. This is including any tips that were given through Square. This is for all of the markets that I did in June. I made $1,543 for all 3 markets in profit. So that's very exciting. Side note, just because it's fun at the end of this, I do also have stuff in stores. Now in June, I got paid by the store down in Knox, PA, the Farmhouse Antiques and Rusty stuff. They take 10% of my sales and they take $10 for rent, which is really low in my area, but I'm so thankful. But that being said, I only made $8 in the month of June. I do have toys in another location in Franklin, PA, but I did not get paid for that month. We were working on a restock. We figured we'd wait until I came in. So I didn't get paid for the amount sold in June until July, so I'll count that for July sales. And then for my total Etsy sales in profit, I do pay for ads. So this is with ads. And then also with fees taken out, I made $21.87 in pattern sales. So not the greatest month, but whichever. And then on Ravelry, same thing. This is with all the fees taken out. It's $19.96 is what I made in sales. Now that is without ads. I don't pay for ads on Ravelry. I don't think you can. So my total profit for the month of June ended up being $1,592.83. And that is most definitely an increase from last year, which I can tell you what that is too in a second. In June of last year, I didn't have anything in stores. But between Ravelry, Etsy, and markets, I only made $346 for the month of June. So to go from $346 up to almost $1,600, I will take it. I'll take it. I'm very excited. So this is going to conclude this video. I usually post the video and then afterwards I post pictures or videos of my market itself. So I don't think I got actual video footage that day. So I'll post pictures. That being said, please like the video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. Today, I found out that I am accepted as a YouTube partner. I have 716 subscribers currently. I have over 3,000 watch hours now. To get to my next level of monetization, I need to get 300 more subscribers and I need another 1,000 watch hours. So if you guys can help me out with that, I think when I get to that point, I'm going to establish YouTube memberships for anyone who might be interested. I'm welcome, or I am interested in any kind of tips or requests on if you were to pay for YouTube partner or memberships, like what would you be looking for in that? I know that you can offer multiple tiers like Patreon. I know that there is a list of things that are simple that can come with it, but I can also offer more, like discounts to my patterns as they come out. I also make stitch markers, so I could also, I'm thinking like I could include a stitch marker of the month type thing. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. And if there's anything that you've seen in this video that you'd be interested in purchasing for yourself, whether it be a pattern, and you need the pattern details or something that I've shown that I sell, let me know and I can send you the information to be able to purchase that. But thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!